In this video, we are going to learn how we can be able to get the totals for each column in Microsoft Excel. So as you can see, we already have data. I've created an imaginary data here. I have imaginary names for employees, different departments, that's agriculture, procurement, finance, fisheries, reception, and accounts. Then I also have created some imaginary figures that are going to enable us be able to learn how we can be able to get the totals for each column. So usually there's usual calculation on how we can be able to get the grand total for each, where you will go to the cell where you want to get your summation, then you enter equal sign, then we will use the function sum, SUM. You open the parenthesis, then you click on the first cell under the same column where you want your calculation to begin. So we click on 216, that is cell B2. Then you drag it down to the last cell where you want your calculation to end. Then after that, you close your parenthesis. After that, once we click enter or return, it will be able to generate us with the summation for agriculture column. But for now, we are not going to use this. So we'll hit this X to cancel. Okay, now I'm going to show you another way of how you can be able to calculate this without entering the formula. So the first way is you go under Home tab, to open this ribbon, then you'll go under the groupings editing. You'll be able to find Autosum feature. Once you point on it, especially it will be different according to the type of office you are using. In our case, we are using Microsoft Office 2010. So once you click on it, you'll be able to display some dialog box saying this is displaying the sum of the selected cells directly after the selected cells. So this is one way of how you can be able to find that feature. Then the other way, you go to Formulas tab, you click on it. Then on the ribbon for Formulas tab, you will be able to find this feature here, Autosum. There's an arrow pointing down. Click on it. It will be able to show you sum, average, count numbers, the maximum, minimum, and you can also be able to get more functions. But for now, we are only going to use the summation feature. So those are two ways. You can either use the Formulas tab, or you can just use the first formula from Home tab. So we're going to click on the cell that we want to get our summations. In our case, we're going to click on, we start by calculating the summation for agriculture. So we click on the cell, the grand total for agriculture, which is cell B8. Okay. So we go to Autosum, then we click on it. It will automatically select the range of cells that we will be able to get our summations. Once it has been selected like that, we click enter or return. Then it will generate for us the summation for agriculture. So this is the shortest way of how you can be able to get the summation for your column totals. Then we can try and insert a blank row, so that we check if it's possible for it to calculate including the blank rows. So we click insert and try on a different column, let's say for accounts. So click on the cell that is cell G9, which you will be able to get the summations for accounts. So click on this cell and click on Autosum. You can see that it will leave out the part which is empty. The row that has empty details, it will not be included. So the empty cells will not be able to be included as one of the calculations unless you input a different figure there. We can now cancel this and remove this empty row. Then for the other departments, that's procurement, finance, fisheries, reception, and accounts, it's not compulsory that you be doing calculation for each. After doing the first one, because the other departments will have the same formula as the one for agriculture, so we just click on this cell to grand total for agriculture. Then at the bottom right corner of the cell, you'll point there to bring you this sign, a plus sign. Then you'll drag it to the last cell where you want your calculation to be done, like that. So guys, that is simply how you can be able to do totaling calculation for each column in Microsoft Excel. So thank you for listening and learning. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share our videos.